Leeds United Caretaker boss. Good evening, Neil.
Good evening.
Evening, Neil. How are you?
Evening, Eddie.
Yeah. What do you think of the game then, Neil? Were you disappointed with the outcome at the end? Do you think we've done enough?
I didn't think we deserved to get beat, but I think it was one of them. I thought we huffed and puffed first half, and they had a fair side. You can see that they came organised, and it was difficult for us to break them down. But I thought on the other hand, I thought we looked solid enough at the back, and we didn't look like we were going to concede. But the second half, as the game went on, 20 minutes to go, and we get ourselves back in it, we just look like there's a soft centre to us. And I can see why we've conceded, to be honest, in games that have gone past.
Yeah, Neil, obviously, I've watched all the games, and I did fancy us to win the game today. I thought we'd win by the odd goal in 5.
Yeah.
Because I just felt that we still look like conceding, and you've admitted that yourself there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's that concentration level. And I was looking at the last goal. You think somebody would have went and closed the boy down before he get the ball played to him, so he couldn't have turned and have his snapshot at the end for the goal.
Well, that's it. I think, to be honest with you, I think if you go back to the Bristol City game when we played down there, and there was an urgency, to get to things and get to people and close down and make it difficult for Bristol City. And what happens if you do things properly and you're thorough and you're urgent in and around the box? You earn your bit of luck. You earn your shot deflects and goes wide, and you keep your clean sheet. But if you're not thorough, and I don't think we were thorough enough, in the final 20 minutes, it sort of disappeared a little bit in front of the back four. They got round the edge of our box too easily, at times.
Especially second half, it was.
Like I said, that 20 minutes to go, and then, you're asking for trouble. But, up to that point, I thought we were more than a match. We created the better chances. We perhaps should have had a penalty. I've looked back at it.
Yeah, I think it was a pen.
He fetched him down.
Yeah.
The chance that Luciano missed, early in the second half, and then the one when his head and it's just gone wide. I mean, we could have been 2 or 3 up, but likewise, the big thing is, and I've said this to the lads when we're in there now. We need to start keeping clean sheets, and we need to start keeping things tight. Because we've got enough going forward to sink a battleship, to be honest.
The thing about it is, you've been in the game a long time. You don't want anything if you can concede goals all the time.
Well, it causes you a problem. You know what I mean? If you constantly outscore teams, it puts pressure on your strikers.
Neil, I know you've not been in charge long, Neil. Do you think there's a solution within the football club to put that right just now, and from a playing point of view?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously it's back to the drawing board as regards, defensively. But I think what we've got to realise, and it's not just a back four thing or a midfield thing. We start defending from the front, and I just thought that we did it better at Bristol City. I'll put it that way. We were switched on more, and we got back into shape more, and we recovered quicker. And we made it difficult for Bristol to play through us. Now today, like I said, not so much in the first half, but definitely.
Yeah, and what I noticed, Neil, in the first half, and just talking about the game, in the first half, you have 2 strikers split in a wide area.
Yeah.
You have 4 midfield players all behind the ball.
Yeah.
The longer the game went on, and you're right what you say there, that we were letting them throw the ball out to the full-backs, and that's what they like to do, and knock it through midfield. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think what happens is, we'd 1 or 2 situations where we'd had 1 or 2 flourishes around their box and balls came in the box, and then they sort of broke out pretty quickly. But just as lines of recovery, we didn't get back into shape quick enough or with enough urgency. And then what happens then is they get up the pitch quicker. Like I said, they get around the edge of our box, and then it becomes dangerous. They're getting crossing positions, and where we sort of saw that off and nipped it in the bud in the first half, and we're much more thorough in what we did.
And have you any injury problems for the game at Coventry Tuesday night?
Not just 1 or 2 knocks and bumps and bruises, but hopefully the lads will be all right. We're in tomorrow. We'll have a cool down tomorrow, and.
And will you having a think, Neil, about your starting 11 for Tuesday night?
Well, yeah, obviously we'll have a look at how the lads come in, and because to be fair to them, they put a shift in today. They worked hard. It was a tough game. It looked like it was going to be a war of attrition at first, with nothing given. But they just looked a little bit more thorough as the game went on, and that's disappointing from our point of view. But hey, this isn't something that's happened now. This has been happening for a while. This is probably why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm well aware of that. But we'll pick them up again. There's another big game Tuesday for them. And we'll put it back together.
Just from a personal point of view, Neil, just to ask you a question: how did it feel leading a team out at Ellen Road for the first time?
Yeah, it's a fantastic feeling, to be honest with you, mate. I mean, you know full well, I used to watch Leeds when I was a kid, and you know, it's a tremendous honour. You know, obviously just disappointed we didn't get the result today, but you know, I didn't think we were that far away. But I know the things that are wrong. You know what I mean? And I know, like, to be honest with you, it ain't going to happen overnight. I know that for a fact. You know, there's one or two things that need working with, and you know, I'm working on. But to be fair to the lads, you know, I've had a response out of them. You know, and they put the effort in again today. I can't ask you for any more than that. But we've got to be far more thorough. You know, and we've got to see things off better. You know, even to the point where, you know, at 1-1, if it stays 1-1, as daft as it seems, you know, 4 points from 2 games, you know, 2 points a game's promotion form. You know,
that's right.
And you've got to look at that. And it's being as professional as that sometimes gets down to that.
Neil, you know, I've spoken about this, you know, before. Do you think there's a leader in there to say, right, for 5 minutes we're just going to knock balls over the top into corners, press them up there, playing there half of the pitch, something like that? That's the type of thing you mean, isn't it?
Well, I think that, you know, that's definitely a good point. I think if you look at the squad, or you look at the starting 11, it's a young side, you know, and it's learning. But what you don't want it to do, you don't want it to disrupt your season, you know, well, they're getting that experience on board. And obviously these lads that are playing today, they're only going to benefit from this. But, you know, we've got to learn quicker. And for me, you know, I mean, it was said throughout my career, you know, different coaches and different managers out there, for about being thorough, you know, about seeing things off and about making it difficult for people. And in the end, it was a little bit too easy for them, you know, like I said, to get in dangerous positions.
Okay, Neil, thanks very much for that.
No
and all the
problem,
best on Tuesday night.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thanks very much to Neil Redfern, the